Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We have a couple of teams who come off of losses just 1 week ago and now want to flip things back in a positive direction. It's the Redskins going up against the Saints.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Thompson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Josh Doxson's got it complete. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Rodgers to throw on second down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Ginn's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Finding room to the 20. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll send Ginn in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And that'll set them back 5. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Cousins now on 2nd down, and that is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. The Raiders are out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ingram again, a first down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Zach Line with it, the fullback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The slot man in motion right. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. On the check down, he finds Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A give to Kamara running right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's caught. It's Thomas. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Try to pound it in, Kamara. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Reset. Hey, easy. Blue 58. Right.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the one on second. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try to find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 3, second down. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On play action, Cousins. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Ginn. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A second quarter score from Carson. The Chargers have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that'll bring up second down. A 10th carry for Kamara. Room here to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Second down, Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Shift together here from the D-line. First down, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go, Stan, make some noise! 319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Rodgers now looking to throw on second down. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play fake. Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Play action now. Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On third down, that's Thompson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
319! 319! Over here!
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles. The Raiders have widened their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Thompson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Again, a run with Thompson. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. He's got Thompson here, complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The motion man here, Fleener. Kamara try the right side. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ryan Kerrigan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So where do you get symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd down following the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Cousins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. They go play action here on first down. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Alex Okafor. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Cousins now on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to launch this thing. Wait. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
319!
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Into the Redskins. How did they do?
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. Cousins now to throw on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, Cousins escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they take a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one. Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So for the Saints, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.